Xiao Tian, with extraordinary strength, faced two empresses but was helpless. Just a gentle look scared the man into lifting his wine jar. Inwardly resentful, wondering when he had been bossed around like this. At this moment, Ziruoyan first raised the wine cup and drank it all. Then said, "I advise you not to pretend to be strong." Sitting across from her, Luo Fenghai, looking at the empty cup, retorted, "You're the one pretending to be strong." In no time, dozens of wine jars were already empty. Ziruoyan sneered, "Didn't expect you to hold your liquor quite well." Luo Fenghai twisted her neck and replied, "You're not bad either." Then, an additional 8 jars of wine were neatly arranged on the ground. Luo Fenghai lifted a jar with one hand and proposed trying something new. Ziruoyan straightened up, her face rosy, and said, "Whatever you suggest, we can change it up this time. This time, we're purely testing techniques. Take a drink for every move lost." Ziruoyan smirked, "Don't regret it. I've never lost in techniques." Then, the two women appeared in the courtyard and engaged in a fierce battle. However, this time, the competition was noticeably gentler. Purely a contest of techniques. Whoever lost a move would have to lift the wine jar and take a sip. Watching Ziruoyan, who had drunk dozens of jars, still competing evenly with Luo Fenghai, Xiao Tian in the distance felt helpless. It seemed that Ziruoyan, who usually claimed to be a lightweight drinker, was completely fooling him. Moreover, both of them brought dozens of jars of wine to him. What were they trying to do? Just as Xiao Tian was contemplating, suddenly, the crying in front of him snapped him back to reality. He looked up and found that the two women had unexpectedly stopped fighting. They just shared their miserable pasts. Ziruoyan cried out, "My parents are missing, and now you're competing with me for Xiao Tian." Luo Fenghai, with tears streaming down her face, said, "At least your parents might still be alive. But I am an orphan. My parents were gone when I was a child." Both of them had different experiences but equally tragic. The two empresses, admired by the world, resonated with each other's deep sorrows. Xiao Tian, standing nearby, was completely bewildered. Xiao Tian walked in, discovering that the two women seemed to have fallen asleep. Helplessly shaking his head, he sighed, realizing that they were perhaps venting the pressure in their hearts. It's better this way than silently enduring the pain alone. In a sense, the three of them belonged to the same category. Xiao Tian looked around at the messy room with a helpless expression. Then, with both hands, Xiao Tian tore open the fabric of this realm, throwing these wine jars and trash into the void turbulence. He also cleaned up the yard in passing. After completing these tasks, Xiao Tian nodded in satisfaction. However, as soon as he entered the room, Xiao Tian was stunned. Ziruoyan and Luo Fenghai were hugging each other like octopuses, sound asleep.